Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy and I do adult coloring here on my channel, Amy Katz Colors. Welcome for what will be my 57th video, episode 57. And today I'm going to be doing a mid-year coloring haul that includes both coloring books and coloring supplies. So I haven't formally done a haul video since February 18th. It's about mid-February. So this is going to seem like a lot because it's been a long time. And it's just how I prefer to do my haul videos. Most everything that you see today, you may have already seen in another video on my channel, whether that be completed pages, coloring updates, coloring vlog. If you would, I think everything that I'm going to show you in like the books that have flip throughs, the supplies have some comments and some reviews. But if you do see something and would like to see a little bit more, or like to know a little bit more, for flip throughs, I could film a YouTube short to flip through a book quickly. And I don't mind giving some additional thoughts and reviews on any of the supplies that I show today. So with that, I'm going to start with books and then I will do coloring supplies. And this is no particular order except for the fact that I have put them in a nice stack, my books, from biggest on the bottom, smallest on the top. So that's kind of how I'm going to go through them. Okay. So, drum roll please. Oh, do you like this angle? Or I had it up earlier, I had it up a little higher. Tiny Tales, a coloring pocketbook, volume 1 from R.J. Hampson. And this one contains birds, bugs, bees, blooms, animals, and snail. It's a recent release from R.J. Hampson. It is pretty small, and I like that. I'm on this kind of like pocket size book kick. He has two. There's a volume 2 as well, and a lot of these images are from the larger books on the opposite side of the coloring page with the title of the page. And so it's a collection of those, also with some unique new illustrations as well. So I've colored a little bit in here. My daughter's colored in here. It's really cute. So far we're using gel pens in this one. But that's Tiny Tales from R.J. Hampson. Another recent release and purchase for me is Mystery Mosaic Pixel Art Color by Number from Sen Ong. And this is my first Mystery Mosaic. And probably, I think, my second purchase from Sen Ong. She's illustrating a bunch of color by number type books. And this is another one that, I like because of its size. It takes the Crayola Super Tips really well. It's like a perfect size for that. And I have completed a couple in here so far. And that's the color key, color palette on the back. Okay. The next size up are my square books, and I have several of those because prior to mid-February, I didn't really have that many. Okay. This one I've had since about that time. Cat Moments Meow Life coloring book from Hikaru Coates. I'm a cat person, have 2 cats. I'm sure I would love to have every single cat book that's out there because there's so many, but had to have at least one. This one is very cute. And I've done a few in here that I know that I've shared already in some previous completed pages videos. I love this one. This is one from March that had a really cute color palette, and I did the pattern on the kitty to look like one of our 2 cats, Zelda. By the way, pardon my manicure here. I'm in between manicures. Usually here lately, I've tried to have some nice nails. but got naked nails today. Sorry about that. Let's see, how can I start to stack some of these things? I'm going to put them right here. Hopefully that's okay. All right, my next square book, you can tell this one is so much thicker actually. Let me get it out of the way. Let me see what I can do here for you guys and gals. Into Gardens from Coco Wayo. This is a bold and easy coloring book, and it's really super adorable. There's a ton of pages in here. I have colored a few things in here. That was, I think, one of my more recent ones, but very satisfying. Oh, that's one of my May completed pages, but just really, really cute and fun. Into Gardens. So I think those two I had, shortly after I did my last coloring haul video. The next one, this was a gift from a dear friend of mine. Zoli Cat's Delightful and Snarky Adult Coloring Book. Now this one has got some not suitable for work pictures in it. And this artist has since taken this particular one down. I think there's a more family-friendly sanitized version that is out there, which still uses the same character and some of the same designs. Let me see if I can find one that is, I think the ones that I've completed so far from last month are okay to show, like Antisocial Butterfly. Some of them are pretty bad. But I love it. I mean, I think it's hilarious. I think this stuff's kind of funny. But anyway, check her out, Zoli Cat. There are a couple other books as well, and I know she kind of started with some stationery and stickers, I think, with these designs. So this is really cool. A favorite of mine so far this year, Little Moments coloring book. It is a color by line. And so you get, instead of numbers or letters or symbols, the lines of the images are color, and you can follow it, or you could also choose not to, but they're just suggested colors that you could color it in, and then you don't see the numbers or the letters. I prefer doing a shade lighter just so that the image really pops once it's completed. And this will be one that I show for June, recently completed. And that one was completed in May. And I've done a couple others, but really enjoying this. This one, by the way, because I don't think I said it, is from Vivi Tinta. And I did not have any from Vivi Tinta before. This is my first. All right. Sachin Sachdeva's Cozy Corner, super cute, color by number. Again, I kind of started out the year and last year. I didn't have too many color by number. So I definitely was trying to catch up and figure out what I really enjoy. This one is really cute. I actually am a fan of everything that Sachdeva has put together. I really enjoy his books and artwork. This one's really cute, and I've done some in here as well. I did one. There's one from April. Yeah. Very, very cute. Speaking of cute, we have color by number, bold and high detailed, cute-tastic. This book, and actually a few of the others, definitely is a result of watching a fellow colorist on YouTube and Instagram. Little bit of TikTok. I don't do a whole lot of TikTok, but get enabling, which is a good thing, because if I know what the book looks like and I know what the pages look like before I make a purchase, that really can influence my decision whether I want a book or not. This one's really cool because I like how it has kind of the shading effect, and it's got really bold, bright colors that pop. And I've done a few in here. Again, I have some tabbed. All my stuff that I've done for June is tabbed so far. But like, that one's really pretty. That one's really cute. You see what I mean though? Like, some of it is outlined, but then other portions of it are not, where it's meant to look like shading or highlighting. So I think that's really cool. So very, very cute book. I was glad to have found this one, and it is from, I forget, Emily Clark coloring book, and looks like she's done quite a few others, including some mosaic and pixel art. All right, this next one is another gift from a good friend of mine. Same friend that gave me the Zoli art, and this is amazing because I love Halloween and I love Christmas, and it is basically both. Spooky Mess Holiday Mandalas coloring book from Steph Mortimer. Had not heard of this one. Very cute. Kind of it says Sunray Books. 40 cute and creepy holiday pages to color, and I just did the title page this month that I'll be sharing for my June completed pages, and I did it to match the cover, and I think it turned out really well, and excited to get into this one. Actually, so this one might not have a flip through on YouTube, so if you're interested in that, I'm happy to do it. I think it's really cute. Spooky Mess. Okay. One that I've recently acquired from Yusiku is Cozy Seasons. It's one of her latest additions, and there is a group on Instagram that is going to be starting this as a project book in July. So if you're thinking about getting this book, or you have the book, you might want to check that out. I'll put the details up on the screen. I also did a flip through of this on my channel already, and it kind of covers all the seasons, starting with fall, and has really adorable scenes to color. They're really cute. And if those of you who are fans of her Witches and Lonely Pumpkin collections would also, I think, really enjoy Cozy Seasons. All right, and those are the last of my square books. All right, next up is Lovely Things Kawaii coloring book. This was actually created by a fellow YouTuber from Australia named Amanda Colors. And she put this together with illustrations from Nyx Olita, and it was released last year, and finally got around to picking this one up. It's really cute. Haven't colored in it yet. You guys can't, I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit. I was gonna say, you probably can't see much. There's kind of a good mix of detailed and then bold and easy in here, and just some really cute, fun kawaii scenes. I was hoping to do some mermaids for a mermaid, and I didn't get around to it. Like, that one will be cute for Space Timber. Yeah, there's a few mermaids in here, but that's Lovely Things from the very talented Amanda Colors here on YouTube. Morgan O'Brien released another one earlier this year, from Matchstick Mouse. It is a cookbook coloring book, and I love Matchstick Mouse, and I I love cooking, so I think this was a no-brainer for me. I've only completed one page in it so far. It's this one back in April. I love how this turned out. I really enjoy doing these. I think they're pretty quick for me. I like using alcohol marker as a base with colored pencil over top. Sometimes I will do like the stenciling with the stamping ink in the background, and sometimes I just leave it plain. But they're a lot of fun. And I don't have too many. I have summer, Halloween, and Christmas in addition to this one. Okay. Another fun one for me this year, as a pretty big fan of the Star Wars universe, is Star Wars Color by Number, and it is very similar to Hatchet Heroes. It was, I think, published from Disney Lucasfilms, but it's no longer in print, and if you can find it available, it may be on like a eBay or one of the sites that sells used books, like Pango. I know there's a few others. This one came out in 2017. Has a lot of detail. That was the first page that I did of Slave Leia back in March. Here's another one that I've done. But I really enjoy this. I'm so glad that I was able to get a copy. It was in used condition. I got it used on Amazon. It was, I guess, good condition, but none of the pages, luckily, had been colored in. So that was really nice. I was really happy with it. Okay, this one I just got like last week, and I've seen it a lot on YouTube, and was pretty excited to see some of the completed coloring pages, and that is 100 Color by Number Mysteries. It is from Pixel Colorist, and this one has 3 different kinds: squares, dots, and diamonds, all on black backgrounds. There's actually another one out now too that is not on black backgrounds, and the pictures are entirely different. Just so you know, there is a key at the back that shows you the solutions. So if you want to kind of be spoiled and know what the things are going to be, you can take a look at that. I went ahead and looked at it because I was curious. I won't remember any of them. I looked at it to kind of get an idea. It has a pretty nice variety of like nature, animals, people, things. It's a pretty good mix. So I appreciate that about it. So, and I have done one in here in June that I'll share during my June completed pages. I'm really on a color by number kick, by the way, if you couldn't tell. I'm really enjoying them. And I didn't have anything like this before. All right. Another kind of recent purchase is this one here, Mangatopia Sea Creatures, illustrated by Liv Wen. And there are several different books that are under this Mangatopia that are like anime and manga, kind of to me also like kawaii looking. They're from Castle Point Books. I actually got it from Walmart, and they had a couple other new ones too. I want to say there was like an alien one, and I'm not sure about the other one, but look how cute that is. I am working on a page in here that has mermaids, not quite finished, and I'm doing all colored pencil, but I thought that was really cute. Like, look at crabs having a picnic. So cute. This next one was a gift for Easter, I believe, and it is Wicked, the official coloring book from the movie, illustrated by Carolina Zambrano. I love Wicked. I've seen the musical 3 times, once on Broadway in New York, and really adored the movie. Looking forward to the part 2, Wicked. I think we got a full theatrical trailer recently. but I have started, I'll just go ahead and show you. I've started kind of like the title page here with the poppies. I used a stamping ink in the back, and I also used like a glitter sparkle spray, and then basing the poppies with the poppy colored Derwent ink tints. And I think this is going to look really gorgeous when I'm done with it. I just, sometimes you start things and you get bored and you come back to them later. That's okay for me. I can operate that way. There's a lot of detail in this book. There's some pages that I would definitely see myself coloring, like these two. I'm really tongue-tied. I'm trying to talk fast because I know this is going to be a long video. I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker here. And then there's other ones that I don't know that I will color for sure, that have a ton of tiny detail, like that one. But like, I like that. I'll color that. That one, maybe not. So it's kind of how this book goes, is there's like a combination, because some of them are scenes from the movie. Hopefully you can see that okay. Yeah, it's wicked. Well, I'm a huge fan of Kirby, even though I haven't like completed a ton of pages. I love the artwork. It's beautiful. And could not resist picking up Dark Fairy Tales, Color Sinister Stories, and I'm really enjoying seeing what everybody's been able to do. I have not colored in this yet. In fact, I am still working on a color along with Karen from My Colorful Country Life from one of her videos from 2020 in Worlds Within Worlds. And I'm like really good, like far along now. I'm like 75% finished with the page, and it's so beautiful. And I'm really enjoying it. I'd never done a color along with anyone before, and I kind of was curious to see what that would be like. Typically I like doing my own thing, but I was like, yeah, let me see what we can do in here. So I'm excited to share that once I finally complete it. And I am excited to color in some more of his books, because I have a few of them now. I've had Anamorphia from the beginning when that first came out. That is like nostalgic for me at this point, and I have a completed page in that one. All right, so back to the color by number. I did pick up Jade Summer, Color by Number Animals. This is a pretty popular book that has been around for a while, and I finally decided to pick it up. It's my first from Jade Summer. I actually didn't own any, so that was another kind of driver for me. There's a title page that I finished back in April. This one kind of has like a stained glass look to it. A lot of different colors, so you'll see there's 48 for this one. They are single-sided, so you can use alcohol marker, you can use pencil, crayon, whatever you want to. I think they're really cool, and I do love how some folks are jazzing them up a little bit, adding some like embellishment. I have done like one other one. Where's the other? Okay, there it is. The snake. They did that back. It feels like it wasn't that long ago, but evidently it was end of April. And I just did straight coloring because that's what I wanted to do. And it's all alcohol marker, Ohuhu alcohol marker with some whichever white I use to do a little bit of highlighting. I like to use Posca, Ohuhu, and Jelly Roll. So there's just no telling. Just depends on what I grab for. Typically have all of those things like pretty close by. But yeah, I love it. It is a bigger size book, but is really well done. So I applaud everyone who's like enabled me on this one. And then I got a couple from Lyrica. Ooh, I know you can see it. But these are purchases so far this year. Disney Color by Number. I really enjoy doing these. Princesses and Seasons, or Saisons. I tend to use acrylic paint, pen, or markers in these things so far. I am interested in trying one with colored pencil just to see what that looks like, but I have watched all the flip throughs. I really enjoy seeing everyone's completed pages and was really excited to pick these two up. The ones that I have are, prior to that from last year, are Looney Tunes Volume 1 and Vitra, which is the stained glass. Now, that completes all of my coloring books that I've hauled since mid-February, but for the first time ever, I have pre-ordered coloring books, and that includes 2 of them from Lyrica that are the Hatchet color by numbers. And the 2 that I have pre-ordered are Vitro Tomb 2 or Volume 2, which I'm really excited about because it looks like they did a little bit different of a style and approach to that one with the like outlining and the characters. Really excited. And then I also pre-ordered the Hatchet Art Therapy Care Bears, which I love Care Bears. So very excited about that one too. And they both come out, I believe, in August, different dates in August. And I was that excited about it that I finally pre-ordered some books. The other 2 books, so a total of 4 coloring books that I've now pre-ordered, guys. The other 2 books are from Hannah Carlzon, and I have pre-ordered her English edition of God Yule or Merry Christmas that came out last year. And I have pre-ordered her Halloween book that is coming out as well. So I have more books coming, and I'll share those in a future haul as well. So it's 4 books. So it's a lot of books. I think when I started taking notes to figure out what books I needed to pull for this video, I counted a total of 19 books that I just shared with you. So yeah, like I said, that's a lot, but definitely some things that I didn't have before. Didn't have a whole lot of color by number, didn't have a ton of the square books, didn't have some of these artists. And so that's another driver for me. If I'm like, oh, I don't have a Jade Summer. Oh, I don't have VB Tinta. Like that's another thing that'll kind of influence me to maybe give them a try. So yeah, now I'm sorry if there's some background noise because I know that we've got some other things going on in the house right now. It was not a good time to do video, but now I'm going to switch over to supplies. And for this one, I am going to try to pick up the pace a little bit, just because I know that you've probably heard me talk about some of this stuff already, and I've definitely used it. So, but like I said, leave comments, questions, anything that you would like to see more of or want me to talk more about. Feel free to let me know that too. Okay. So I'm going to go in order of things not falling that I have stacked over here. And these 2 things are tiny. Start with this one. So these are little paper clips and they're reusable. I've taken one out because I had used it for completed pages last month, and they were made in Japan, and they're little kitty cats. And I want to say that this was also in an Easter basket. So those are really cute. This is just a little sticky note that is from a local artist, and I purchased this from a convention that I went to called RavenCon here in Virginia. And I think the kind of background about the convention is around Edgar Allan Poe, but there are a bunch of other vendors and like gaming and things going on, book signings, author events, and things like that for that weekend. LaPrimaNerda.com. This artist, she had coloring pages. Now, I didn't pull that. I should have. I'm going to do that and then put it here, insert it into the video. Okay, so I don't think that I included this before in any video, and I think when we went to this convention, it was after February, my last video, but these are coloring pages that I purchased from local artist, and there's 3 of them, 3 designs. She also had them as colored prints. elephants here, and it's really nice quality paper. Like you could use water. The flowers, and this is a scene, an outdoor scene with a structure. It looks really pretty. And this is the artist here, Sarah Paulette Davis. She was very sweet, and it was so exciting because I did not expect to see, you expect to see books and different things, but I was not expecting to see someone who made coloring pages. I was like, that is amazing, and these are very, very pretty. So I'm excited to color these. She had coloring pages, which I was like, what? That is so cool. I got her coloring pages. I got some Post-its. She had like stationery. She had like Post-its and some little notebooks. And she also had like scarves and bags and just a couple other things. It was really cool because I'm like, yeah, I want to support a local artist. All right. Nothing too exciting. I purchased new Posca white and black. They came in a set from Amazon, and I did not have one that had the smaller nib. This is the PC1M, which is a 0.7 millimeter. Some of the ones that I have a much wider, larger nib. So I was definitely looking for these. From the Dollar Tree. I love my stamp markers because these aren't the only ones that I have. Anytime I see on I like to scoop them up. Got these fairly recently, flowers, and it's 6 different ones in here. Very bright neon-y colors. And then these stamps here that have different designs on them. And they work pretty well. You just have to be careful when you're doing them. But I love using these to like add little embellishment and patterns and things that I don't have to draw on my own. Or like as a easy background in like one of the bold and easy books. From Five Below, I had purchased these glitter 12 dual tip markers. Now, I have not used these very much. I don't know that I like them. I have to maybe give it another try. I used it in my title page. Actually, I want to say it was into gardens. Let's check it out. Maybe I'll see. I feel like there was a bunch of payout initially with the glitter. No, yes. There was a lot of glitter at first, and then there wasn't at all. I don't even know if you can see that. But the G had and the A has a little bit of glitter. Can't talk today. And then there was no glitter after that. It was weird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I used there. So, I mean, it's still a marker, I guess, if nothing else. Those are the colors right there. But I'll have to play with them a little bit more. I'm wondering if the glitter is just not, gonna last. Anyway, I thought I'd give it a try. So it's $5. And also from Five Below, I purchased another set of what they currently have for alcohol markers. And this one's called 21 Illustration Marker Set. Five Below tends, just like kind of the Dollar Tree, they rotate their inventories. And they have different things. I've showed a while ago, I think back in December, the other 2 sets of alcohol markers that I have from them, and they were like a set of 12. One was bold color, regular colors, and the other one was neutrals. And they came in like a cardboard case. I still have them. Some of them have run out at this point, but here's the colors. But sometimes I just want to have a cheap alcohol marker that I can use for some of these color by numbers, because I color a lot, right, in those books or in the square books. Speaking of alcohol markers, Not as exciting, and I haven't opened them up, so I wasn't going to share them, but I did buy backups for my 248 set of Ohuhu Honolulu series alcohol markers, because I have like the regular ones and then I have the pastel ones, and I really like those. I really like the size of the case and that I can take them with me, and they fit real nicely in like my little travel bag. Actually taken them on airplane before and use them. So so I did get that in this time frame as well, and I haven't had to open them yet, but I am starting to go through, like burn through some of my original Ohuhu markers. This guy I got since my last haul, and I wanted to give in to the hype of the Languio gel pens, and I didn't previously own any. This is, I wrote all this stuff down and I didn't even bring it in here. Hold on a second. It was in here. I just buried it in all my coloring books that I hold. My little notebook. This is a 72 count set, and it has some grays, gold, and silver white. Has some, here you go, here you can see it, some pinks, some neons, blue, green, purples, couple browns. I mean, it's not gonna be everything you need, okay? But like I said, I do a lot of color by number. I know a lot of people are using these also in the Disney Hatchet Heroes. They have really good coverage, are very opaque, like a paint pen, but they're good for very fine, small detail, which you do want in some of the books because they have that, but not all of them. So I use a combination of different mediums for those books, but I love these, and I love that they came in the case. I don't know what I'm going to do if I get more. I guess I'll just have to buy another pen case. Speaking of cases, this is very recent. I also got this last week. I finally got another set of pencils aside from my Prismacolors, and actually, so you can probably see this on my desk. We've had these for a long time. This is like a combination of like Crayolas. This is like from the kids' school, you know, like when they have, they start the year and it's like, bring a 12 pack or 24 count of pencils to school. That's what all this is. It's like Crayola. Some of them are Artist Loft, so they're like Michaels. Some of them might not even be that, but there's like some leftovers. And then I think further back, I know that these came from the school, because sometimes they'll say, and it has to be erasable colored pencils. So we do have that. But this is my, aside from the Prismacolor and those, ordered the 72 count of Artex colored pencils, because I wanted to have something else to actually take on our vacation that's coming up to the beach, and something that had like a slightly harder core, but also like pretty good quality. And so I hear so many people do have the Artex, and they really do like them for the price point. And so, and the colors are very similar, and the names too, okay, to Prismacolor. And so I just decided to go ahead and get these, and this is the case, 72 slot case that I got to hold the pencils. Because I know I'm going to be traveling with these. I also like that, I don't know what it is, but like some things I'll keep. Like I'll keep this in here. My Derwent ink tints are still in the tin that it's maybe because it's got a butterfly on it. I'm like, I like that. I don't know. Some things I'll put in a case and some things I don't, but anyway. All right. I don't know at what point I'm going to be popping this in the video, but I forgot something. While this case is not new, and not all of the gel pens in here are new, I did buy, and I have talked about this, I bought the set of Inkjoy gel pens from Papermate, because I'm trying to participate in Coloring with Tess's gel pen challenge this year, and I have done that a couple times, a couple pages, and I wanted some more colors other than just metallic and glitter. So that's what I was looking for. And I wanted something that had, I mean, this is not a super big point, if I'm honest. A lot of them are extra fine. This one's 0.7. But I do have, like, they're probably back here. A lot of these are glitter. But, like, I have some of these sets. I don't even know if some of these still work. These are from Office Depot. But I do have some other gel pens. But I just thought I'd get some that weren't just regular ones. And I love my Pentel Sparkle Pop. Those are in here. A lot of the Sakura Jelly Rolls are in here too. So yeah, meant to tell you that. Sorry, forgot. Okay, just a couple more things. So Tooly Art's another one that I do, the color by number, and these I did take out of the box so I could combine all the sets. But I picked up, since the last formal haul, I have the brown tones. So they're in here along with some of the others that I had that were brown. And the ones that I purchase are extra fine. And they're really good. You do have to prime them, shake them. This one hasn't even been used. But they have a pretty small tip. And these are really, really nice. Very opaque for your books. And what was I going to say? You can see how much is left in here, which is nice. They do have numbers. Oh, you can also get ones with a larger nib. I like the ones with that have the extra fine tip. So I'm slowly working, because these are so expensive, but I do love them. I thought about it long and hard, believe me. Hemmed and hawed, did research, watched videos, did all the things, and I was like, because I already had some Tooly Art, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, because I love the Hatchet Hero books, and I'm gonna keep coloring in them things. The other set that I got recently was the reds and the pinks, and they're in here along with some of the others that I had. So I now have those, and I did it based on what I think I need the most and what I use and what I don't have. Like, I have Ohuhus, the 40 counts, and then like a special set that has neons and metallics. And then I have one more thing to show you. That's acrylic markers. But yeah, I wanted those. I also have earth tones, jewel tones, and yellows. So I do know there's definitely a few more sets to get, but working my way through it. Okay, and so the last thing, speaking of acrylic markers, is I decided to get brush tip markers, and for that I picked up the Guangna 168 count acrylic brush markers. Now these are not as opaque as the Tooly Art and the Ohuhu. However, they do really well in larger spaces, which I do have in some of the books, and they have a lot of colors. The one complaint that I hear, now they have a bigger set now. One of the complaints that I hear about the color range, though, is that there are a ton of greens, which is a good thing, because like I didn't get the green set for Tooly Art yet, so I don't think I'm gonna need it now. But there's a ton of greens, which we all use a lot of greens. There's a lot of blues too, actually. Not as many of some of the other colors, but not as many browns. And that was one of the reasons why I got the brown tones for the Tooly Art. But you can see, I mean, there's a lot. And this is the one that like you can pull out the set to get to them. The larger set that came out, they're all standing, like, I think upright, which I didn't think you were supposed to store them like that, but I guess you could turn your case over. But yeah, I'm going to keep these in here. And I like how you can swatch it directly on the box. But these are amazing for the Disney book, I think. I like them. I know that there's a lot of different kinds out there that you can get at this point. There's all kinds. You don't have, you're supposed to, I think, shake these a little, but you don't have to pump them. So you can kind of pretty much use them right away. And they also have the little window in there so you can kind of see what you're doing. I'm not an expert by any means on any of these supplies, but you know, I try to get what makes sense for me and what I know I am going to need. So, all right. So thanks for sticking with me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I do love a good haul video. That still one of my favorite things to watch. I am leaning towards enjoying completed pages more these days. I love it too. I left someone a comment to this effect earlier today. I'm starting to like it now too when I see people coloring in books that I've not seen a lot of, right? Because there's so many like mainstream ones, but then there's the lesser known books, or there's books just from the past that nobody really talks about anymore. I like that. I like seeing that too. And I certainly I want to do some type of video or something challenge where I'm coloring, not necessarily like untouched books, but old books that maybe I have touched them, but they're old and they are not getting any love or attention. I just think that would be fun. Just books, or maybe and I thought I could do it like, books that were published prior to 2020, or, you know, that kind of thing, or like color in a book from 2015 or something like that. I just think it would be fun. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for joining once again. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, or want to, you know, leave any questions or comments, please do so. And I will catch you in the next video, which will be maybe, I don't know if it'll be my completed pages for the month. I'll try to squeeze one more in there. Okay? Because I'm coming up like on my 1 year since I released the video, because it was the first week of July. So I'm trying to cook up something for that too, possibly. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I think that would be fun. So bye now. See you later.